Hello and welcome to Pass the Turn. On today's episode, we are going to be looking at a new card coming out in Ikoria, Lair of the Behemoths, and that card is Nethroi, Apex of Death. Now this also has a counterpart under an alternative art, which is Biollante Plant Beast Form. This will definitely be the version that I will be using, as the artwork is ridiculous. Now this is as a creature, it is a legendary creature. It's a nightmare cat beast. It has the ability Mutate, Death Touch, Lifelink, and whenever this creature mutates, return any number of target creature cards with a total power of 10 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Absolutely ridiculous. So this card costs a forest, a swamp, a plains, and 2 generic. And it has a mutate cost of 4 generic, a forest/plains, and 2 swamps. Now it's important to note that if you mutate a creature from the command zone, if it dies and goes back to the command zone, it will have to have command attacks even with mutate, as it is an alternative cost, but it's still a cost. So it's not like ninjutsu where it's an ability. At least that's my understanding of it at the moment. Correct me if I'm wrong, because if that's true, that's, you know, if it can be cast for that mutate cost every single time, that's amazing. So with this commander, what would you build around it? Well, my original idea that I will definitely be building is reanimation. So your access to black, and you've got access to green. Now you can chuck a lot of things in the grave with these colours, so you can be using Entomb, Buried Alive, Grisly Salvage, and Jared's Orders. Just a few cards to chuck things into the graveyard. Now you could probably get quite a few different combo kills with this. I haven't fully looked into it, but I know it hasn't got blue and red, so there won't be any kiki-jiki antics with it. But it will definitely have some sort of combo kill with this, with multiple creatures and abilities. There has to be. You have white, so you have Felidar Guardian, but who knows? That's something that we'll make at some point. So another brilliant thing about this creature is that it's only 5 mana, which is quite low. However, you'll probably never really pay that 5 mana. I think they've done that for a reason, because the mutate cost is what you'd normally use to get that ridiculous bring back from the grave ability. So if I were to build a deck around this, I would be bringing back either lots of small creatures to get a lot of value, or I would be bringing back big haymakers like Aversons or Grizzlebrand if he was legal, this sort of stuff, and just absolute massive green creatures. There are a lot of other big creatures in this set, so it is potential to bring back a straight up 10/10. It also means that you could mutate this creature onto a 10/10. It's also good to note about mutate that you can put it either over or under the target creature, but it has to be a non-human. So if you mutated an Averson, it would, and you put it on the bottom, it would still be an 8/8 indestructible, but it would also have Death Touch and the mutate trigger from Nethroi, or Nethroi, however you want to say it. But if you were to put this on the top, Nethroi onto the top, it would be a 5/5, but still have the abilities of Averson, for example. Now, both arts are really cool with this card. However, I'm definitely going to be buying the Biollante Plant Beast Form version, as this artwork is just absolutely beautiful. Full art. I imagine it's going to be a pretty penny, but hopefully it's attainable within the UK. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you're interested in buying any Magic cards or pre-ordering, don't forget to follow our links with Magic Madhouse, Big Orbit Games, and you could also check out our personal collection on Liliana Market. However, I believe that Troy and myself, Josh, are in holiday mode. I do not know about Aaron, but I imagine he'll also be in holiday mode due to this COVID-19 outbreak. So stay safe, and let's get building with this amazing card.